Hello and welcome in to episode 4 of Life is Strange, Dark Room. So, last episode, the end of last episode, a lot happened. The things took a turn. Max seemed to unlock a whole new aspect of her power, which involved jumping through a photo that was a photo from 5 years ago, back in 5 years, to where she was able to change what happened. Namely, she was able to change the fact that William, Chloe's father, did not take his car to go pick up Joyce, instead took the bus, and thus William did not die in a car accident. Now with that, when Chloe jumped back out of the photo or came back to the current time period, we very quickly observed that things were massively different. Maybe not massively, at least initially that things were different, because Max was part of the Vortex Club and friends with Nathan and Victoria and in that crew. And then we traveled to Chloe's house, or Max traveled to Chloe's house to basically see what the result of her changing history was and if William was still there. The door opens, we see William. Max has saved him. But then the camera pans and we see that Chloe is now in a wheelchair with what look like breathing tubes connected to her. So we see now that Max changing the past, while it did save William, it then resulted in a different outcome that we were not able to predict. Now, I know I had some thoughts and feelings about that ending of the episode, and I have had more time to sort of like digest what I was feeling and what was going on and try to make sense of it, because I don't know if this happens to you all, but sometimes for me, I just like feel something in my body, and trying to make sense of what that feeling is in words and logically in my mind sometimes takes a little bit of time, and sometimes I have to jumble over my words and think about what feels right when I try to explain it and what doesn't feel right before I actually can kind of lay a finger on what it was that I was feeling. But I think I now kind of have a better sense of what it was that I felt in that moment, and I do want to talk about it a little bit more. I will put timestamps in the description and try to have chapters on the video so that you can skip over this section if it doesn't interest you. And the next little bit will be basically more concrete thoughts, or not concrete, just more thoughts on the actual kind of like gameplay and story and some of my theories. So there will be a little timestamp there that you can skip to, or if you don't want any of that, a timestamp that you can skip to for just the start of the gameplay. But I did want to talk about this a little bit more because it feels important to me to kind of explain it after having more time to fully kind of think about what I was feeling. It can be really difficult to just like play a game and feel things and try my best to make sense of what I'm feeling and articulate what I'm feeling there in that moment on the video. And I try really hard to do a decent job at it, but sometimes I don't. And sometimes the feelings and thoughts are too complex to really be able to parse and vocalize in that instant of it happening. So basically, I at the end of the last episode felt like I disconnected from the game and the story in the moment that it panned to seeing Chloe in a wheelchair. And I think it's important to make two distinctions here. One is that we have Max as a character and her reactions. And that is different from me as a person and the player and how I want to react and feel. And sometimes that distinction is a little wib wobbly because in this game they are so interconnected because you as the player are oftentimes controlling Max's choices. You're choosing things for Max. You hear her inner dialogue. Like, we have a very intimate relationship with Max in this game. And so it is deeply interconnected, where sometimes the lines feel blurry between Max and the player and them being distinct entities versus not. But then we also, this being the game that it is, and that we can't just like speak for as ourselves through Max. There is that distinction because even though we might make choices, Max's dialogue is still written for her, and she might say things in ways that we don't agree with, and she's going to do things that maybe we wouldn't have done as players. So while interconnected, there is, I think, an important distinction between Max and the player, in this case, me. And I'm a very immersive type of player, and I really like to put myself in like the shoes of the character and try to envision myself in the world. And the moments in which I usually kind of like disconnect from a game is when I feel like my personal feelings and reactions differ from what is being shown through the character. And there is I think there's nuance to that, because there are moments where I can sit and see how a character's reacting and not feel like I'm reacting that way myself. But I think in this distinct moment at the end of episode 3, what was hard about it is I think that it felt like the game wanted me to be in a similar level of shock as Max, and I didn't want to be, and I wasn't. And I think that's where the disconnect and kind of like the internal conflict in me came. And that's kind of what I want to talk about a little bit more, because essentially with that last scene in episode 3, we know Max has gone back in time, changed William from taking the car. In the lead up, with the music, how the scene is set up, like what you expect out of this game, what I felt like I was being primed for and what I was perceiving is that William was probably going to be alive. But my assumption with the direction that the game was going to go was that we were going to see that this alternate outcome where William was alive was still going to present us with the situation that was bad enough to make us as the player, or Max or Chloe or whoever else, reconsider the changes made. So basically, I felt like I was like gearing up to see something so, like some outcome so horrible in this new timeline that it would make me feel like, or potentially make Max feel like, the timeline in which William died and Chloe lost her father would be the preferable timeline. And that might not have been the case, but I think just like that was as like a pretty intuitive person who just like picks up on the context clues and foreshadowing and patterns in a game, that is what I felt like I was being primed to see. So basically in this whole cutscene, I'm kind of waiting, I'm gearing up. I'm like, what is this game going to have had happened? What is this game going to show me that is going to make me potentially question that Chloe losing a father could be the preferable outcome? So I think like those were my expectations in the scene. That is where I expected the game to go. And so we have Max arrive at Chloe's house. The door opens. William's there. He says, "Oh, like Chloe's gonna be so excited to see you," or "Chloe's so excited to see you. Let me go get her." And then the screen pans to, well, it shows Max's reaction, and then it pans to a Chloe in a wheelchair and breathing tubes, but also kind of like a smile on her face, and then the scene cuts out. So I think another important thing to remember here is that that is all the context I have. There's no dialogue about what happened, Chloe's situation, I don't know like how bad it is. I don't know if it's how permanent it is. I don't know if Chloe is in pain or not. I don't know if she's paralyzed or not, or to what extent. I don't know if she's suffering and in pain or not, if she's happy. I mean, like, she had a smile on her face. I don't know if Chloe and her family have been able to get tons of love and support or donations, like if they're struggling financially with medical bills. I just, like, there's no context at all. All the game does is pan to this visual of what Chloe looks like, and the chair and the breathing tubes. And I think, like, it is understandable. Max's reaction is understandable, especially considering everything that she's going through. I mean, she's already dealing with this wild, unnatural power to go back and rewind time. Suddenly, she's able to jump through a photo 5 years in the past and change that. And when she comes out of the photo, she's immediately hit with things being probably a lot more different than she expected, being part of the Vortex Club. So Max is dealing with a lot. I think, like, her reaction is understandable. And I think outside of this point, except for the fact that me as the player and you playing as Max, and me as an immersive player, I think seeing Max react primes me to also want to react similarly. So we see Max's shock and horror first before we see what the situation is for ourselves. So before we even know what's going to happen, I see Max react in shock. And so my inner instinct is to think, oh my God, what am I going to be shocked at? What am I going to be horrified at? Like, if this is Max's reaction, what am I going to see? Like, I'm going to feel the same way. So then when it's revealed, I get hit with this inner conflict of not wanting that to be my reaction. And that's where that's kind of where I get blipped out of the matrix. And suddenly I'm seeing, instead of me feeling like I'm in Max's shoes, suddenly now I'm seeing Max as Max and her reaction as her reaction. And I, as the player and a person, am disconnected out of Max's shoes and back in my own shoes and wanting to have, like, my own reaction or non-reaction. And I think, like, for me specifically, I don't, with the visual of just Chloe in the wheelchair, I don't want to be making assumptions without more context and knowledge about Chloe's situation. I, like, don't want to assume that she would want me to feel horrified and shocked or to feel bad for her. I like I mentioned, like, I don't have any of the information on how she's doing and what she's feeling. And from my experiences with folks with disabilities in my life, like, they usually don't want you to, or at least the ones that I know and have relationships with, like, don't want me to feel pity for them and, like, don't want me to feel sorry for them. And they want me to, like, treat them as humans and to not assume that they're sad and and miserable all the time. And I know that's, like, a little different, but I think that's why I didn't want to have a reaction to just that visual without more context. But I think, and I think that's where I started to kind of, like, take a little more issue with it. Or, I mean, probably, I don't think I want to say, like, take issue with it, because I feel like that has, like, such a negative connotation and, like, feels like I'm, like, attacking the game or, like, potentially attacking people who like did react with shock. And that's not what I'm wanting to do. Like, I'm wanting to explain kind of my thoughts and process and reactions. But yeah, basically I just, like, didn't want to assume on if actually this was a horrible thing. And it comes back to the scene and the game felt like it was priming you to see this scene of Chloe and to think and react to yourself like, oh God, this is just as bad or worse than Chloe losing her father. And that's what I didn't want to assume with further context, because I don't think just from what we see and take in of the scene of Chloe that should be an immediate assumption. Now, I think there's this whole other path that you can get into about that potentially like being people's assumptions. And I think there's a lot you can think about and dive into with potentially like the instinct to be like, oh God, this is horrible. And I think it's more productive to think about why that might be our reaction and why that might be the case. And because looking at the scene, like, if Chloe is in pain and depressed, that's horrible. I feel for her. If they are drowning in medical bills, horrible. I feel for her. If she's not able to do the things she loves because those places don't have the accessibility support for her to access them, that's horrible. If people are discriminating against her and treating her poorly, that's horrible. And I think there's a lot in our reaction to think that this situation sucks that is rooted in how our society treats people with disabilities and the lack of support that our current world in this day and age has for people with disabilities. And I think that is a very important distinction to consciously make in our reactions, that it's potentially horrible because of a lot of things that could be changed and controlled in how our society treats and supports or doesn't support people with disabilities. And that it is not necessarily inherently awful, just like right off the bat without any context or extra information on the situation or how Chloe is feeling. And I think like that is, like I said, the important thing to recognize and consciously think about. And I think when I mention the word bias, that's an easy word to just throw around without really dissecting what it means and what it means in the moment. But I think like that's kind of what I meant with it, is like the inherent assumption without kind of the extra thought that Chloe is miserable and that her situation is as bad as losing her father, without the extra context of if that is actually the case. And it is a sad thing that feels like a safe assumption to make because of how we know our society is and our world works right now in regards to treatment of people with disability and lack of systems that make it easy to live with a disability. And like that is a whole other conversation. But my whole disconnect was with the fact that it felt like the game was priming you to have this reaction or to think that Chloe's situation was as bad as losing her father by just showing you a visual of Chloe in a wheelchair without further context. That is where I disconnected and found, or like struggled to kind of take that in. And I think too, like, because I was thinking more about like where does that feeling of thinking that it's comparable come in? And it's like, if Chloe is suffering immensely, then maybe that's comparable. But it's the Chloe suffering, not the Chloe in a chair. And potentially like those could be related, but it's not like Chloe in the chair is not the thing. It's the Chloe suffering that would be the thing. And like that suffering can come from so many different situations. And so, like I am curious, like, because it is very, very, very possible, likely even, that Chloe is suffering in this situation. And this game has treated so many hard situations with intentionality and with care. And I have no doubt in my mind that they are going to show and shed light into Chloe's life right now that is going to be meaningful and impactful and thought-provoking and teach me things and show me things that I don't know and help me like see this world and this life in a way that I wouldn't have before. I have no doubt about that. And like this game has chosen to shed light on this kind of life, and most likely like the suffering that can happen in that. And that is like, I am all for that. This game has been so incredible in the way that it has handled and talked about hard topics. This is literally just all about kind of like this little visual moment without the context that feels like it's supposed to engender a certain feeling when there's not any additional shown context to if Chloe is suffering outside of just her being in a chair. So I hope that makes sense and kind of like clears things up a little bit more. Again, like I think Max's reaction is totally understandable, and I think it is understandable that most people assume that situation would be a really hard one, and one to empathize deeply with, and probably one to assume that is full of hardship and suffering. I think that, you know, it is understandable to assume that, because that tends to be the case, because we all know that our society does not support people with disabilities well, and that discrimination is still very real and prevalent, and a lot of infrastructure is not present that would make lives easier. And at least in the States, healthcare is not free, and medical bills are atrocious and ridiculous for people who need care to just live a normal life and to heal and be healed. So it is all very understandable and natural. And just in this moment with my values and what I tried to work on, I had that disconnect where I didn't want to assume right off the bat until I had more information that I'm hoping I am going to get in this episode. So I know I ramble, say a lot of things over and over again. Hopefully maybe you were able to watch this on 2x speed if you needed to. I talk a lot. But now I'm going to just like kind of take a little break, or have like a little cutout to mark the transition into my thoughts more with the actual game and the story and the gameplay. And hopefully, like, I mean, if you've watched this, you're just going to go into the next section, but a little chapter mark. So thank you all for listening and sharing your perspectives and thoughts. It really does mean a lot to me, and it's important to me to always take in other thoughts and opinions and be receptive of things, and to also openly and honestly and with courage share my perspective so that I can grow as a person, and like other people can help me grow, and also hopefully so I can offer some different perspectives from my life to other people. So I really appreciate you all being receptive to all that. I know this is a hard platform and way to do that, because I get to be here with my face and talk and say words, and there's not like an immediate two-way conversation with that, and you all have to respond in text, in comments, and it's so much harder to, it's not really, it like kind of is a dialogue, but it's not really a dialogue. So I recognize that there is a lot of hardship with this sort of medium to talk about hard things and to have dialogue, and for me to share some of my opinions openly and courageously. But that's something that is important to me, and I'm always going to try my best, even if it doesn't turn out well sometimes, because I think making mistakes and messing up and doing hard things is something that our society needs more of, and that I always want to work towards. So I'm going to stop rambling. Let's move on into my thoughts and predictions for the rest of the game. I am curious if Max is going to continue to be able to transport into photos, if we will be able to have the choice to undo what we have done in changing the past here. And I also had the thought of wondering if there'll be something related to Rachel and Kate with being able to travel through photos, if it is photo albums that are being kept of Rachel and Kate. I'm curious if something will come into play where we can use those and Max will be able to change something in there or interact with people or see situations through those. Something else that I've been thinking about, and sorry, my brain feels a little zapped right now, so I'm gonna be a little slower on collecting my thoughts and saying them in this part. But what I find fascinating is this idea that this game is bringing up, or these ideas, because again, this is something that I feel challenged on and thinking about and haven't fully wrapped my head around. But this idea that, kind of at the start of the game, your choices, it feels like the game is showing you that your choices matter and have an impact and are important, specifically in regards to Kate. We see that all the little pieces of action or inaction that people took or didn't take towards Kate led to a situation of her wanting to take her own life. And we saw that our actions as the player in Max had an impact on whether we could save her or not. So that whole part, I feel like the game is showing us that the little things we do or don't do can make a big difference in these big outcomes. But now we're faced with this situation where Max went back 5 years and changed William taking the car. And that 5 years later seems to have led us to just these two paths of either William dying or Chloe ending up with a disabilities, something happening, we don't know what. And in that sort of span, in the way in which the game is structured, for that to feel like either of those outcomes is directly related to Max's influence in William taking the keys or the car or not, it poses now this almost different perspective of the little things we do or don't do having outcomes that aren't always as seen as directly positive as saving Kate's life or not. And I almost feel like there's this contrast in this battle between our little actions matter in a way of positive impact to someone's life, and also this almost conflicting idea that we can't always strive for doing the perfect thing or trying to strive for the perfect outcomes, because sometimes life just works in unpredictable ways no matter what you do or don't do, and you can't get hung up on blaming yourself for things. Because we got this dialogue of Chloe talking about how her mother Joyce blamed herself for William dying, and usually a response to that is, no, you can't blame yourself. That's not your fault. There's nothing you could have done to change that or predict that. And now suddenly we're in this game where Max has the ability to see outcomes of things and then to rewind and change them. But we're seeing this moment now where having William take the car versus not the car doesn't result in a perfect path, in a perfect situation 5 years down the road. And so I think I'm curious how this is going to get fleshed out more in the rest of the episodes, and also how my thoughts will develop about it. But it kind of feels like these conflicting parts about your choices matter, but also you can't get so hung up on them mattering too much, if that makes sense. Or you just can't there's a balance between knowing that they matter, but at some point life is going to be life and there are going to be things out of your control. And maybe that's what it is that there's no, it's futile to get hung up on the things out of your control. But there is significant value in trying to do the right thing with the information and knowledge you have and in the moments that you can. But perhaps that once it's done and once it's happened, you got to just keep moving forward and trying to be better and to like improve yourself and to learn and grow. I don't know. Again, my thoughts aren't fully fleshed out there because we only just now, the last episode ended just with seeing the significant change from changing something 5 years in the past. And so I think there's a lot more to be explored there, and I'm curious what sort of things it will feel like the game is saying about that, and that is what is to be discovered in episode 4 and probably 5. And this is not to mention that I have no idea if we're just stuck in this timeline now, if the game is going to give us the option to go back. What else is going to happen? Does Rachel still exist? Is that still an issue going on? I just have kind of no idea what direction this game is going to take now. But I'm so eager to see. Because as you can tell, this game is making me think and contemplate so much, and it's challenging me in so many ways, which is incredible. Like, this is what I play games for. Not always, but a lot of the time. This is one of the special things that I think a game can do when done well and done intentionally, which this one definitely has. So if you listen to all of this or any part of this, thank you. I appreciate you all, and I'm scared and I'm nervous, but I just I hope you all can understand where I'm coming from, and that ultimately I just want everyone in life, regardless of their circumstance and who they are, to be able to find support and love and joy. And I am always the person to say that intentions are not an excuse for potential harm caused. So I also recognize that even me saying what my intentions are don't always, justify, don't provide me an excuse to keep working to try to learn more and be better. But I do just kind of hope you all can understand that I want to be able to talk about important things here, and I want to be able to share my perspectives and opinions, and I want to be able to hear y'all's perspectives and opinions. And I know this is a weird outlet and avenue and platform to do it, because I get to be on here and to talk and say words and show my face, and then with you all I'm just trying to read your comments and texts, and it kind of can create this hard dynamic to actually have productive conversations. And so I do recognize that as well, and I just want to say that I appreciate you all for listening to this and for hearing me and trying to understand me, and that I also want to work my hardest to understand you all and to connect with you all as well. I'm trying my best. I'm really trying my best. But for now, I've said I think everything I want to say, and I'm ready to game. I'm ready to keep exploring this story and to see what happens and what this game will show me and continue to challenge me with. So, really long intro. I'm sorry. Really long intro. And let's jump into the game. I'll see y'all over there. Okay, I've pulled up the game. Step 1. I do kind of have more thoughts, which might have been ones I already vocalized. Y'all, you are getting peak Jamie with so many thoughts in her head. I have so many thoughts, and some of them are so contradictory, and I'm just trying to map them out and be able to vocalize them in ways that kind of make sense. I'm hoping this music calms me down, because when I tell y'all, my brain just feels kind of like it's imploded, and I'm a little anxious and everything, but deep breaths. Regulate. Another really interesting thing, I think I did touch up on this because I was talking about how how Joyce blamed herself for William dying, and how we kind of had some of that dialogue. And what I also find really, really fascinating is that with how this moment has played out, and how this game is structured, and how Max jumped in and out of time, it sets this up to feel like what happened to Chloe is Max's fault. Which I find so fascinating. Like, we are led into this feeling of being like, it is Max's fault that Chloe is in a wheelchair in this alternate timeline. But if you think about actually how it all would have played out, Max went back and changed 5 years ago the fact that William took the bus instead of the car. Somewhere then, between that moment, 5 years passing, and this moment now, something happened to where Chloe has ended up in a wheelchair. Five years of time. And it could be, I mean, we'll probably learn about it. It could be seemingly completely unconnected to William taking the bus instead of the car. But it's like this whole, it's the butterfly effect that we actually see. Basically, the direct tie between that one action and change and the outcomes. But without that perspective and knowledge of the different outcomes, no one in this new timeline would look at what Max did 5 years ago in that moment and say, it is your fault that this happened. You are the reason that this happened. And I know I was talking about this too, but then, because then we get the moments of Max being painted as a hero for saving Kate, and then being like, it is because of you that you saved Kate. And that, you know, that was a shorter time. Like, Max was in that moment of helping Kate, but there's like so much more focus on Max helping Kate rather than, you know, all the other little things that happened or didn't happen way before that moment that either led Kate to stand on the edge of the roof, and what also might have helped her come down from it. You know, there's like her dad being nice to her. There was her mom being horrible to her, and just like, oh, this play at all the little things and all the little moments, and it's to what level do they make you responsible or not responsible? And we're also back into, you know, we've had little choices of being like, okay, do you just let something happen that would have happened? Or if you have the power to change it, do you take the action to change it? And like the inaction versus action, and kind of, I think someone mentioned in the comments, like trolley problem-esque, of being like, okay, well, if we just let life play out how it's going to play out, we're left with the situation of William having died. But if you we've now seen that you can, with that knowledge that would be the outcome, you can take the action to have William not take the car, but then now we know that this is the outcome you get. And it's, do you opt for the inaction because that's kind of just how life would play out? Or do you opt for the action? And also, is inaction still action? And my brain. I would say I'm done thinking too much, but I think we all know that would just be me lying to myself. I'm gonna be thinking more, but I need to slow it down. Deep breaths. I need to deep breaths. Regulate. let's start episode 4 and see where this takes us.
Previously on Life is Strange.
Whoa. You don't know who the fuck I am or who you're messing around with.
Don't ever touch me again, freak!
And there were all the dead whales on the beach. So
Let's talk about your superpower.
there's still wacky stuff going on.
What are you doing here, Max? Stop! Don't come near me!
Not now. It won't work.
I know this isn't pleasant for any of us. Miss Caulfield, please, tell us everything.
Hey, it's Thelma and Louise.
That's Rachel's bracelet. Why the fuck are you wearing her bracelet?
Calm yourself, all right? It was a gift.
Max, we have to find Rachel soon.
Like you said, it's time to start the search for clues. Welcome to my domain. Let's find what we want and beat it.
Max, you better come check out these files.
Rachel in the dark room. Over and over. That's it. Listen, I found pictures of Rachel and Frank being more than friends.
I can't believe she was banging Frank. Rachel straight up lied to my face. Why didn't she say anything?
So who do you most want to blame?
My fucking dad, of course. Hello?
No, you don't.
Do you know what it's like to wait for your father to come home when you're a kid? Ever since he died, my life has been dipped in shit.
Chloe, I am awesome. We are awesome.
Hello? Are you even listening, Maxine?
This is totally fucked up. What else have I changed?
Max Caulfield. Hold on. Chloe, you have a visitor.
And kind of that moment, that dialogue that they showed of Chloe saying, ever since my dad died, her life has been dipped in shit. And almost too is like, you can never know what other outcomes and paths your life could have taken. And that's not to diminish the impact of horrible things happening or diminish grief. But it's just like, you never know. Life can be so different and so many things can happen. And I think that is important to remember. Where is this game gonna go? What is it gonna do? What's gonna happen? It's like, I want to cry. Just like you want life to be easy for everyone. Gosh, with these dead whales here, the beached whales, and the music.
It's weird hanging out with you again.
I know. I'm glad we are, though.
It was nice that you sent me actual letters.
Aww.
It's more than any of my other friends have done. And you even wrote on that cool parchment paper. It's so Max.
So pretentious. But I love writing on it like an English poet. You deserve the best stationery.
Probably easier to write than to visit me. I don't mean that in a bitchy way. Not totally. You probably wanted to avoid awkward conversations like this.
Pretty much, yeah.
Look, the worst thing you can do is treat me like a baby. I still want to laugh and talk shit with my best friend. Can we stop? This is seriously the best view of the sunset. What do photographers call that?
The golden hour.
See? Without you here, I'd have no clue. Bet you could take some amazing shots. Those beached whales are so sad. I kind of know how they feel. At least, I'm alive here with you.
You're a real survivor, Chloe. I know you have to deal with so much.
I don't want anybody else feeling sorry for me. I can do that. Along with my parents. My dad still feels guilty about buying me that car.
We're back to the choices. I just wanted to sit and listen. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just like feeling a lot right now. Games, just more than like any other medium, bring out so much feeling in me. And I don't think I even have the words right now to like, I don't even know why. I don't know why I'm crying right now. It's just beautiful, and I'm so curious where this is all gonna go, and I just want people to have love and joy in their life. And it's so hard. It's so hard to have that. Like, life is so hard, and it's so hard for different people in different ways. And you might, like, remove one way in which is hard for someone, and then it becomes hard in another way. I guess just life is about overcoming that, and this game has so much hard in it. For everyone, for all of these different people. And you just have Max. You just have Max, like, trying her best. Max is just trying to navigate this all with, like, her weird power of being able to change some things. And she's just wanting to help people and trying to help people. And realizing and recognizing that there's no... Sometimes, like, there isn't a perfect answer. There isn't a perfect way to do that. And sometimes no matter what, life is just hard, and it's just hard for people, and there are things you can't control, and everyone at some point or another has to go through shit and figure it out. I feel like I just like finally hit the like lake flooded the dam broke. The floodgates are open. I think I just like finally hit my point in this game where there's just been so many hard things that they've shown and talked about and had people go through. It's funny that this game auto pauses when you haven't done anything for a long enough time. It makes sense. It's like a nice feature, but it kind of just shows how much sometimes I sit and don't do anything and just talk and feel and think. I'm gonna blow my nose. I don't. Can we rewind? I wish I knew more what these options led to. Well, I mean, I wish I just knew what Max was gonna say fully. Like, is this, would Max be blaming William? I kind of doubt that. Would she be questioning about blaming William, or maybe probably asking Chloe if she blames William? I'm more curious about that dialogue option because I want to know what Max, like, what she would actually say, what she's thinking about it. So I'm gonna do that, even though it like feels like it would be worse on the surface.
You don't really blame William, do you?
For getting me the hybrid I wanted for my Sweet 16? No, I blame the asshole who cut me off and sent me into a ditch.
Do you remember everything?
I saw everything in bullet time. I felt my back snap, and that was the last thing I ever felt in my body. When I woke up in the hospital, I literally couldn't move a muscle.
Jesus. I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything. I'm just happy I did get to see you again. I could have ended up vanishing out of the blue like that girl from Blackwell.
Like that girl from Blackwell. Rachel still went missing.
You mean Rachel Amber? When was the last time you talked to her?
Never. I just read about her in the news. I didn't even know her name. You did?
This is such a different world than when we were kids, isn't it?
After that snow and eclipse, it's more like the end of the world.
So the snow and the eclipse still happened. Rachel's still gone.
It might be, but I'd like to think we can still change things for the better.
I'd like to think that too, but I don't have much hope these days.
I know things seem out of control, but as long as we're together, I don't feel afraid.
Hanging out with you makes me feel like a total kid again. You don't even know.
Listen, Chloe, I'm sorry I haven't been out to see you more. That was wrong. You're my best friend.
Max, thanks for coming out to see me. You're doing awesome.
I don't think so.
My nose is getting cold. Maybe we should get back to my place?
It is hella cold out here.
Hella? I hate that word, no offense.
None taken. pretty high-tech lair.
Feels like a high-tech cell. But I am lucky my parents bust their ass to take care of me. I know it's hard for them.
They're grateful you're here with them.
Right. Especially when they can't even take a walk alone. Sometimes I act like a total teenage brat just to give them an excuse to yell at me. Pathetic, I know.
Chloe, you're a great daughter. You're kind and sensitive, when you don't even have to be.
Trust me, I still get my rage on. Especially when a nurse has to watch while I take a dump so she can wipe my bum. Or when doctors flip me around like I was a science doll.
I can't even imagine. But you're still amazing. You always have been since we were kids.
Thanks again for coming, Max. I, need to get my drink on. Can you bring me some water?
Cup. Bracelet. So much here. Gosh, I'm so eager to see where this all goes.
Does Chloe look at the garden and think about her childhood? She can't even feel the grass now. That's a serious heat lamp. Hello, Chloe. She likes fluffy animals now. Oh, the snow dough. I guess not everything changed. Snow globes are taking over.
So we saw there was a snow globe in her box in the closet that we accidentally broke. I wonder if that's, and we see so many here. So I feel like Chloe must like him.
Chloe's message board since the accident sure looks lonely. I didn't add much. Bad, Max. I'm glad you think so. It's nice my parents sent a card at least.
Chloe, you know we love you and you're in our hearts and thoughts. We hope to see your smiling face soon. Please be well. Ryan and Vanessa Caulfield. Have we seen Max's parents' names at all before this? Did we know that? Because in the phone, or the text message, it was just mom and dad. Ryan and Vanessa. Thinking of you.
I wonder who this is. Kind of a generic card.
Megan. Dear Chloe, I'm so sorry for what happened. Know that I'm here for you if you need anything again. I hope you feel better, and I hope to see you again. XOXO, Megan.
I wasn't very available to Chloe. Real nice.
Chloe, just thought I'd drop you a quick note to let you know I'm thinking about you. I feel so lame writing shit like I hope you are well, etc. I know your life is so different now, and I don't want that to get in the way of our friendship. Yes, I haven't been around lately, but that will change soon. I hope you are well, in quotes. Love, Max.
At least I sent road trip selfies to Chloe. I'm sure that made her feel great. I still can't believe I put Chloe in that chair. Man, Joyce and William built a whole new bathroom for Chloe. They're so great.
It's like thinking about how dang expensive all this is. Especially, y'all, we're talking about the States here. Like, healthcare is not free.
I should offer to put makeup on for Chloe. Not that I can, but it would be fun. Whoa, Chloe can totally control her computer. It's so great people get this high-tech help. I should have kept more in touch. That is so incredible. And she can browse cat videos on the web. Chloe is still a punk at heart. But she can't stage dive anymore.
Black Attic Club. Yeah, and it's like all the thing we were doing before all this happened was going swimming in the swimming pool. And I have to imagine for Max to like so directly blip from that to this probably makes the impact of it feel greater.
That's so cool that Chloe has made friends online.
Hot Wheels chat room. Handybot, for your safety, do not give any personal information to any person in this chat room. You are responsible for knowing the chat room rules. Your R. I like when games intentionally put typos in places that make sense for that. Bidoof? That's a Pokemon, right? Miss Blue. So what are you doing? Ignatius. Talking with you. Miss Blue. Haha, no shit. I'm about to binge on Quantum Leap. OMG. Love. Scott Bakula rules. So do you. I hope we can meet soon. Not if you're in San Francisco. Hey, I have to take care of some body work. Let me get back to you while you're binging on Bakula. You better. Hello?
There's the old Chloe. At least Chloe doesn't weigh that much. Oh man. She has to use that ventilator just to breathe. That must be her mighty morphine machine. No more bongs for her.
Okay, nothing there.
Glad to see you're as nosy as ever.
I don't want to disappoint you. Instead of handing Chloe a bong, I'm feeding her water. Did I give her a choice? Drink up, Buttercup.
Oh man. No wonder my throat is dry. I don't think I've talked this much the whole year.
Have you ever thought about doing a podcast or something?
I wish I could punch your face right now. A podcast? Dude, I am a pod in a cast. Boring.
Ouch. It was just a thought.
I know you're just trying to help.
Yeah, that's become a bad habit of mine.
You sound like an adult now. It seems like we were kids in another life.
I'm curious by the what do you remember, but I think I'm gonna go with seems like yesterday.
To me, it seems like yesterday we were little brats here, watching Power Rangers and destroying the kitchen.
Oh my god. We covered everything in flour. Even my parents.
That was so hilarious.
But a long time ago. You're the only person that I grew up with who visits me. As you can see, I can't keep all my other friends away.
You have me. I'm not leaving you, Chloe.
Well, you didn't visit me a lot either. I mean, I loved your cards and photos, but...
I know I wasn't around much. No excuses, I'm a loser. But I am trying to make things right.
How? Dude, you're not Supermax. And I'm not trying to guilt trip you. That's what my parents are for.
Okay, wait, can I still rewind? No, I can't rewind, right? Not in the dialogue, at least.
I know this is a dumb question, but... Are you lonely here?
Yes, dumb question. I don't mind being alone. I can't exactly go party like a rock star, though. Or get in any teen trouble with the folks.
I think Joyce and William are incredible.
Max, the accident has been so hard on them. Our insurance sucks, and the medical bills are fucking insane.
I bet. This tech must be crazy expensive.
Along with the drugs, the nurses, the supplies. Mom and Dad are always broke, and they get so frustrated. Is it worth it?
Chloe, you're priceless. No pun intended.
You are such a geek. That's why I love you. Of course, I know a geek when I be one. See, I'm practically a human entertainment system. It would be sweet to chill out together and watch a movie like when you'd spend the night at my house.
What do you want to watch?
I think I'm in like a mellow Blade Runner mood. I always cry at the end. Plus, you know I always wanted to have cool colored bangs like Pris.
I know. You would look incredible with blue hair. Now let's get this show on the road. And you better not fall asleep on me like you always do when we watch movies.
I remember, Max. Swear I won't fall asleep. Not when you're here. Not yet.
That felt ominous. Some different stuff. Is that us looking for movie? Probably.
My room sure looks different now, huh?
So here's the DVD player. Now I just need to find the DVD.
Accidentally cut Max off there.
Thanks. I think you missed a grain stuck in my eyeball.
Hard to believe how just a little sand can cause such a big mess.
It's like that Chinese proverb. A spark can start a fire that burns the entire prairie. You know, like the butterfly thing.
So I've heard.
Also, yes, sand freaking gets everywhere.
Nothing but medical supplies.
I love the beach, but the sand is such a nuisance.
She has to use a lot of lotion to keep her blood circulating.
Since she can't move. Or she can't move below her head.
Ah, here's the DVD.
Nice.
Oh my god, I made that mix for her when we were 12.
Pirate power. That's cute. I kind of like the clock ticking noise.
I cannot believe you fell asleep so fast. How dare you?
I know you were beat down after the day with me, and Blade Runner is a pretty dreamy movie to watch at night. Do you think Deckard is a replicant? Sorry, I can see you're not wide awake like me.
No, I'm sorry I crashed so hard. Were you okay?
I do have a mother and father when you're not falling asleep on me.
You are a bitch in the morning.
It's the company I keep. Yesterday was such a blast.
It was great seeing you.
I know things were different when we were just dorky kids, but being with you made me feel like when we were little pirates, jumping and running through the forests again. It meant a lot to me just to chill out with you and bullshit. Fuck. I'm getting my regular head pains. Can you, pretty please, go upstairs and get my morphine injector in the bathroom?
Morphine injector?
It's total Star Trek shit. You can't even see the needle. Seriously, I need it. My parents keep the swag upstairs because they think I can't get to it. But you can, Max. Like a pirate, right?
I'm on it, Chloe. That must be her mighty morphine machine. No more bongs for her.
Is it... Doesn't... She... This makes me concerned. Something her parents keep upstairs. And is this not... Okay, and so she's on morphine, like, all the time?
So, are you sure it isn't too weird for you to be hanging out with me like this?
No way. I don't want you to feel weird.
My life is just so different than yours. I mean, we can't just bounce out of here and I'll be doped up half the day in pain. So that's cool. But I do feel grateful I can see the ocean. That I have parents who love me. And that my best friend is here with me today.
Exactly. So, what else do you need?
Well, hot monkey sex would be nice. Oh, look. I made Maxine blush. So, are you dating anyone at Blackwell?
That's good, not really.
Not really. No. There are some cute boys there, but you know me. I'm too damn shy.
Which is stupid, because you're so damn cool. Some bro has to be crushing on you.
I was supposed to go out with this guy named Warren, but I don't think he's into me anymore.
His loss. You need to move on, girl. Plenty of fish in the bay. Shit. I sound like my dad.
That's okay if you sound like William. He really cares about you.
Rub it in. I can't ever get mad at the fool. He does so much for me. I haven't done jack for him.
You have. You're here with your family.
More like they're here for me. But then so are you. So it's all good. I'm so glad we had our movie night. Even if you crashed on me.
That's why they call it a sleepover.
Sorry, I need to rest for a moment. Okay.
Oh, other drawers.
Wowzer. Chloe was a straight A student. She could have gone to any college. What a bastard. I totally should have let Chloe steal your bullshit fund. Even if it wasn't another reality.
Okay. Wow. Okay, let's read this. Blackwell Academy, the 8th of August, 2011. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Price, as principal, I am in sympathy with your numerous requests for Chloe's special needs in regards to her wheelchair and class accessibility, etc. Oh, and the fund was a handicap fund, wasn't it? Blackwell prides itself on making sure students with disabilities receive full compliance under the Americans with Disabilities Act. However, given that the campus and buildings have all been constructed pre-1977, our school has not yet undergone the modern renovations necessary to fulfill all the needs of your daughter and her regrettable condition. Sadly, with recent deplorable federal cuts in education, it will take many more fundraisers to fully update Blackwell Academy, but that day will come. Chloe is without a doubt an amazing student with great potential despite her handicap, and I believe she would find a more fitting, rewarding scholastic environment at the H. West Miskatonic Institute in Bolton. They have a rich legacy of disabled graduates, and I know that Chloe would achieve her usual academic leadership in more comfortable surroundings. With her outstanding GPA, there's no doubt that Miskatonic would welcome Chloe with open halls. I hope you will seriously consider this suggestion, as I'm sure your daughter would prefer to attend a school that can cater to her many needs. In the same spirit, I've also enclosed brochures for other potential schools in the Oregon region. Sorry.
It's just hitting me again. This game is just too realistic. In all the ways you don't want it to be. In all the ways you wish it weren't, and that it were representing a different world. If you have any questions, please contact my office. Sincerely, Principal Wells. Did I open both of them?
Wowzer.
Yeah.
Chloe was a straight A student. She could have gone to any college.
Is any of this dialogue going to be different?
Snow globes are taking over.
What about these shores? I think that's all the same. These would all be the same. Okay.
Just shoot me now.
And I do. I mean, it's like, in our society, it is so hard. And I feel like so much of the emotional impact in this game is through what they show you about, like,
This insurance is worthless.
just like how hard life is. And like with Kate, it was like how horrible they would treat her. And then now with Chloe here, it's like the school, that letter from Principal Wells, and hearing about the insurance, and
Damn. This is just for Chloe's basic supplies.
I do think I need to take a moment. I'm sorry, I'll be back. I just need to regulate a little bit. Okay. I think I've composed myself a little bit more. I ate some chocolate. I ate some ice cream. I got myself a cup of warm chamomile tea. But I also just took a little time. So I'm really hoping that this helps me just go through the rest of it. If I'm still just having a hard time, then I'll just pause recording for today and try it again on another, just do it at another time. But I think I can hopefully keep going through this. So this was the room that ended up previously was David Madsen's.
This is Chloe's home now. Forever. It's amazing what we take for granted.
This was the room that David was like kind of attached to the garage. I mean, well, oh, I'm guessing they don't have a lift up their stairs.
Bonjour. That's great they finally went to Paris.
Is that because that's something I can talk to William about? Or Chloe?
Sorry, Max. Need to rest.
Okay, probably William.
They gave Chloe their giant, expensive HD TV, and they use her shitty tube television.
Because this is the one that was in Chloe's room previously.
To think that our destiny is linked to goddamn car keys.
I might just need to like.
We should all just say, "Dear sir, you are screwed."
I might just need to think less for the rest of this episode. I think I did. It's like Max's rewind power. When she rewinds too much and gets the bloody nose, I think I just thought too much. I thought too much.
They might get their own home taken away because of medical bills. That's terrible.
This is not going to get any easier. Dear Mr. Price, this letter is to notify you that you are in default of your payment obligations on your home loan, account number 783. This current account holds the amount of $12,000 payable by August 1st, 2013. This amount has been overdue since March 1st, 2009, and you have ignored multiple requests to make a payment or reconsolidate your debt. Unless the full amount of $12,000 is received within 15 days, we must begin the foreclosure process on your home. We have given you more than adequate notice on this issue, and we have no other options left. Best, Donald Clamp Lenders.
These whales are just a preview of the tornado to come. And the Prescott Foundation? Jesus.
Beached angels looking for the whales. Whereas the shores of Arcadia Bay once acted as a lovely gateway to the Pacific and beyond, now locals and tourists face the sad, surreal image of gray whales that inexplicably swam to land, and to their doom. The whale pods were spotted early morning on Wednesday, October 9th, and within a few hours, at least half a dozen were dead or dying on the shore. Smartphone footage does not reveal any unusual ocean conditions or excessive pollution. Smartphone footage? Meanwhile, ecologists and marine biologists from across the country are carefully studying samples from the whales and environment. The Prescott Foundation has vowed to provide extra research funds given the local scope of this eco-mystery.
Rachel Amber is even missing in this reality. I guess I can't change everything.
Search for popular teen continues. Blackwell honor student Rachel Amber has not been seen for over 6 months, yet her family and friends have only intensified the search for the 19-year-old Arcadia Bay resident. Police and FBI have few leads, and little information in the case, which has caught the interest of national reality show Where Did They Go? The Amber family has offered a reward for any information leading to the whereabouts of the daughter. For more details, please contact help@findrachelamber.org. Not org, but or. Okay.
Hey, William. Am I bothering you?
Why, yes, Max. I love going through bills. Kidding. How can you bother me? I haven't seen you in forever.
I know. You look exactly the same. It's so cool.
Good. Or I'd be scared if I didn't look like me. Of course, you seem more adult now.
He's such a dad.
So what's on your mind?
Karam, Chloe, Joyce. Yeah, let's ask about the Paris trip.
So you finally made it to Paris.
Oui, as they say. Not me, because I can't speak French. But it was a great experience, especially for Chloe.
I can see her loving it there. You guys rock for going on a family adventure like that.
She talked about going to school there, but that's not practical anymore. It's not fair, Max.
I don't think I can go through all of these. Let's start with Joyce.
Being around you and Joyce again is so nostalgic.
Very old school, as they say. I think it's great for Chloe to see you. Makes Joyce happy, too. So, it's not all bad news in Arcadia Bay. Or is it?
Oh, this is different. Let's say Prescott family?
The Prescott family might be bad news. What do you think about them?
Evil. Next question?
Sounds like you know them well.
More than I want to. But Joyce has to work for those greedy bastards at Pan Estates. I don't even like to think about it.
A different job? Maybe a second job?
What do you think is going on with all of this crazy weather and animals dying?
Nobody knows, right? It is Nostradamus type shit, pardon my French. But all I actually care about now is Chloe and Joyce. My family.
I was reading about that missing girl. Rachel Amber.
Oh, yeah, she went to Blackwell, right? Oh, poor thing. That's a real nightmare for a family. I get scared thinking about Chloe and that we might lose her someday.
I was impressed by Chloe's room and all the high-tech equipment.
You should be. We could buy a few mansions for what it all costs. Insurance helps, but I don't know, Max.
I know it must be hard on you guys, financially.
These bills are more like crushing. We have to mortgage our home, and that's pretty scary. But we'll get through it. The price is always right. Get it? No?
He is such a dad. Such a dad. This episode and game is not gonna get any easier.
I don't know how to say this, but I'm truly sorry about what happened to Chloe.
Me too. All it takes is a few minutes to change a girl's whole life. But she's alive. She's been a trooper.
I don't really want to ask, is she mad at me?
She is amazing. I'm so glad you're here to help her. And be her father.
I'm so glad Joyce is here to help us both. Max, I just hate to think of what would happen to Chloe if I wasn't here.
William, I just want you to know that whatever happens, I'll always be here for Chloe. Always.
I know you will, Max.
I have to go see if Chloe needs anything. It was so great talking with you again.
You act like it's the last time. And please, keep me from these bills whenever you want.
Yeah, that makes it seem like Max is already considering changing things back to how they were. Or expecting that they will change in that way.
No change to spare anymore. Now it's back to cookies. Choice is a food coupon boss.
Hook, line, sinker, ass-kicking robot leg, missing donuts. Fishing, drinking? Is this something like I'd rather be fishing and drinking? The water is labeled water. Oh, look at these little mugs. Those are some cute mugs. Is that Max and Chloe?
This insurance is worthless.
Is this Arcadia Bay? Oh no.
They're drowning in debt just to take care of their daughter. Such bullshit.
Your joint account has been closed and is now 6 months overdue. Please send a check or money order for $3,458 payable to Happy Credit Card. Is this the same amount of money that was on something in the other timeline? I feel like it might have been with, because there was a note here for, I think, Madsen and Joyce. that was at least close. It was definitely a 3,000 something. Dear Mrs. Price, due to recent state and federal cuts, we regret to inform you that your health insurance no longer covers Chloe's physical rehab. We can reinstate Chloe at a standard rate of $1,250 per week. This freaking game is just like...
They're drowning in debt. Just to take care of their dog. Joyce and William never had a garage sale before.
Just to try to earn a little more money.
Chloe's door doesn't have a warning anymore.
How is Max still standing on her own 2 feet?
A blue butterfly? I'm sure this is a total coincidence. I guess we stopped growing up together.
Are there other bits painted over, or is there just... none of it? Oh, I can sit, so we'll get some thoughts.
I never heard much about William's brother.
Hi, Bill. Sorry for not staying in touch since the accident. Work has been piling up. And, with an E, and I'm being sent to Salt Lake City to oversee a new parking lot. You have to go where the work is these days. I wish I could have sent you a bigger check, but you know the story. Money is nobody's favorite thing. Maybe I'll see you next spring for a visit. Kiss Chloe and Joyce for me. Hang in there, Billy. Your brother, Aaron.
Shoes. Chloe always did love stomping around in her boots. Toys? I kind of want to open this and see what's in here.
Chloe's.
They bought crutches for Chloe, hoping she might walk again. Too bad Joyce and William can't get any help from the Prescott Foundation.
Dear Joyce, thank you for keeping me updated on Chloe's condition. I can only imagine the struggle you and William are going through. I'm so sorry that I can't help you with a loan at this time. Like everybody else, I'm underwater with my own medical bills. Please give Chloe a hug and my best wishes. Love, Aunt Dorothy.
I'm still overwhelmed by this new reality. And I feel so guilty for putting Chloe and her family through this. I could give Chloe the choice of keeping William alive, but that would be cruel. But then I see that they're a family again, and who am I to judge?
I am not ready. Okay, I can't sit there too long or it's gonna just erase the whole break that I took to try to compose myself again. Ooh, butterfly. I looked at that. Oh, I forgot Victoria texted. Our journal. one page. Oh my god, okay. September 4th, 2013. So much to do. I wish I could slow down time, especially to register all the cool things that have happened since I'm back in Arcadia. Blackwell rules. September 21st. Yes, I'm older, and thanks to Vic and Nathan, I'm now a bit more fashionable too. They surprised me with the most beautiful straw pork pie hat, wrapped up furoshiki style. Best birthday party ever. Also, drunkest. I can't sleep. October 4th. Hey, dear diary. Remember me? Busy, Max. Busy. Can't right now. Must shoot. Must live. Must befriend. Should rekindle with Chloe too. But must vortex first. Party time. What? Is this... I think this is the same. My name is Max Caulfield, and ever since I was a little kid, I knew I wanted to be a photographer. I've always seen the world through my own lens finder. Maybe it's a way for me to be part of the world, but at a safe distance. She's not a safe distance anymore. For some reason, I was always drawn to old analog camera gear rather than digital tech. I love all kinds of styles and techniques, but for me, the instant camera selfie is the one I love most. I don't care if people make fun of me or not. I'm in great company, right? And now I've come all the way back to my childhood home to study photography at Blackwell Academy, a private school for 12th grade seniors. On a scholarship, even. I originally left behind Chloe, my best friend forever. At least until I left without talking to her once in 5 years. And it feels so weird to be back here without seeing her yet. So I'm 18 now, an official adult, even though I don't always feel so wise or mature, and I'm ready to begin a whole new life here with retro camera at my side. Say cheese. I think that was the same. An open window. Do I even have a camera on me right now? We have again, it's like an open window, but we've got Chloe's necklace again. So maybe I learned a lesson with the bird thing. It might be something about Chloe looking out of a window. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 locations I haven't visited. Oh, whoa. Okay, sorry, I need to read all of these. Is this the same? It's not any different from Dad. Victoria. Let's start from the top. Max, you busy girl? Avoiding homework, as usual. I told you I'd help you out. You never let me help. Okay, drama, stop. And you help me by caring. I do try. By the way, I scored that killer bud from you-know-who. FYI. Save me a bowl. Gotta bounce. TTYL. Come by my room tonight. Then 2 days later, from today. Max, are we cool? Just want to make sure since you walked away so fast. Nathan was worried too. If you want to talk, hit me up, okay? Love you. Max, if you're mad, just tell me, okay? 2 minutes later. 2 minutes later again. Silence. So if you want to talk, my door is open. Love you. Taylor. Max, thanks again for taking me to see my mom. I think she wants you for a daughter instead of me. I think not. Your mom is a badass, like you. Yeah, right. I cried like a bitch. So did I. You just didn't see me. It's okay to cry. It gets old. My stupid phone is about to die, so... call me back. From Nathan. In the dark room... Oh, wait, no. Yo, Max, you around? In the dark room, developing shots for the contest. Sweet. So, no 2 whales for you. Not yet. I'll see you guys later, though. Peace out. From Mom. Oh. Happy birthday, Maxine! We can't believe it's been 18 whole years since you were brought to us. XO. Maxine, this is your mom. We need to talk about some of your bills. Are you there? Yes. Give me some time to answer. I can't just text in every class. Some teachers get super pissed when people use their phone. Yes, because it's super rude. And please, don't be so snippy. Sorry, long day of homework. You're not the only one, and that's why we're wondering if you need to spend so much. We want you to have everything you need, but your scholarship doesn't cover everything. You said I could use your credit card when I needed it. I only bought film, not a camera. Maybe it's time to go digital. I'll call you later. I have to go. Don't pout. Love you. Hey, honey, I hope you didn't forget to water the plant we gave you, but don't drown it either. Mommy. From Chloe. March 27th. Oh. What? Hello, Max. This is William. If you want to contact Chloe, you can use this number. She would love to hear from you. See you soon, I hope. Bye. And then all the way up until the 11th. Hey, Chloe. Maxine here. I know it's been a while. I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to Blackwell Academy now. I hope this is still your number. Max is back. Blackwell? That is so awesome. You rule. Best of all, we can hang again. So yes, this is still my number. Cool. I've got a buttload of homework, but we'll get together soon. Don't tease me. It's been too long. I know. I'll see you soon. That was on the 11th. Victoria just messaged me. Okay, so like 2 months. Yeah, okay, because that was in August. And now it's basically full 2 months later. It's October. Alyssa. Hey, Maxine. It's a shame that you hang out with those people. I thought you were different. Alyssa, I saw you throw that TP at me. OMG, I was so not aiming at you. I swear. Don't do it again. Oh, wow, the turntables. I let Alyssa get hit with TP, and she accidentally hit me with TP. I wonder if some of that would be changed with what you did with Alyssa. I mean, timeline-wise, it doesn't make sense because it's on a different timeline, but I wouldn't put it past the game to do that. I'm a little curious. And for the journal, wait, it shows the other days as gone or locked. I guess because this is a journal from a different, I mean, same with the people. But we have, so basically the photos are still there. These are still here. The optional photos. But the people are wiped. The messages are different, which makes sense. And the previous days in the journal are different, which, I mean, also kind of makes sense. Let's check the bathroom. Light switch.
Nothing here.
Well, there were some pill bottles.
It's cool that Chloe uses natural medicine too.
I haven't even tried, can I? Okay. I can rewind. Still.
The bathroom looks almost the same. Just more medicine. Here it is. I never thought I'd be delivering morphine to my best friend.
Nervous.
How's it going, Time Tripper? It's funny. I think I look older.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
It's all about you, Arcadia Bay, isn't it? Apparently, the only thing that hasn't changed is this view.
And Rachel missing. Joyce.
Oh, Max, it is so nice to have you around.
Aw.
Look at them. They have no idea what's in their future.
This is young William and Joyce. Wait. SF Holidays. With William. And Chloe. Oh, because Chloe's the little baby. Huh.
That is such a sweet shot of Chloe. I wonder who took the picture.
Well, William had the camera. William was into photography, right?
William is trying so hard. He's still awesome.
Dr. Bill, super dad. Be the family hero.
Oh no. I didn't realize how bad Chloe's injury really was.
Spinal center. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Price, as we discussed last week, Chloe's respiratory system is showing signs of rapid weakening. This accounts for her recent anemia and loss of breath. As a doctor, I'm committed to her well-being, but I want you to understand the reality that respiratory failure is common in people with severe spinal injuries. Your daughter is one of the bravest, strongest patients I've ever had, and I'm proud to be working with her. I just want you as parents to prepare for any and all possibility. I believe Chloe should also be made aware of her changing condition. If you would like to discuss this further, you have my contact information. Best, Dr. Anton Fibes.
It's good for Chloe to stay in touch with her friends.
The clock isn't set.
Joyce is already a supermom.
Another. Dr. Bill, supermom. Lead the family. Dad be the hero of the family. Mother lead the family.
Joyce used to hate smokers in the diner.
Good morning, Max. Ah, you and Chloe are so much quieter now than when you were kids.
I remember. It's nice waking up in your house again.
Oh, William and I love it. Finally seeing you and Chloe together after all these years. After the accident.
I wish I was a better friend. I know Chloe doesn't get many visitors.
Oh, Max, you're Chloe's best friend for a reason. You're here exactly when she needs you.
What does the Chloe needs help mean?
Who helps Chloe out when you guys are at work?
We have a series of revolving nurses and caretakers. Chloe still causes trouble, even if she can't move. Max, Chloe's condition is not improving. Her respiratory system is very weak, and she... Do you know what I'm saying?
Joyce. I'm so sorry you have to go through all this.
Bad or good, I embrace every moment with my daughter and my husband. This is what it means to be a family, and we'll always be one, no matter what.
This is going to be a hard episode to get through.
How are you doing, Joyce?
I'm doing the best I can, Max. I won't lie, it's difficult, but nobody said life was easy here in Arcadia Bay.
Is she going to know who David Madsen is?
Do you know somebody named David Madsen? He, might hang out at the Two Whales.
Well, that was random. Yeah, he's a bus driver. He comes in sometimes. Cute, quiet. Why?
Oh, I was just curious.
You always were. Nice to see that everything doesn't change.
Plus, you guys have to work, too.
Bill and I have no time for ourselves. We're working more than we're living. I even had to take a part-time gig at Pan Estates. Ugh.
Do you know the Prescotts?
I know that Sean Prescott won't be happy until he owns everything in Arcadia Bay. Stay away from his son, Nathan.
So, what do you think is going on here with all of this eco-havoc?
Maybe Arcadia Bay just wants to be left alone. I know the feeling. Honestly, I don't give a shit about too much outside our house.
I don't blame you, Joyce.
Except now we have dead birds and beach whales outside our front door. So maybe I should care, for Chloe's sake.
I have to tell you how much I love seeing you and William together again.
He's been such a hero through all this. Chloe and I are lucky to have him.
Chloe and William seem like they still get along so good.
Yeah, those two are closer now more than ever. Chloe will actually listen to William, while she usually ignores me. Oh, it's so cute when they gang up on poor old me.
You rule, Joyce.
Shit. Things would be different if I did. I like how you think, kid.
I better get back to Chloe now. It's good talking with you, Joyce.
You too, honey. William and I can't believe how much you've grown.
Okay. I don't know. Depending on what they have you do, I don't know how far I'm gonna be able to get in this episode today, y'all. Because I just really anticipate there being some hard and heartbreaking choices in this that you're gonna have to make, and I don't know if I can do that today.
Shoot me now.
Oh, wait, was this open? I was like standing here trying to open the door because I saw those butterflies outside and it was just open. The door was open.
The house looks so great. William finally had the time to paint the house and fix up the garden.
Hard rock.
Look at all these dead birds. It's happening here, too. I'm sorry, Bongo Kitty, but you passed on before I changed this reality.
Looking at the lawn, the drawing.
Chloe actually moved our drawing so she could see it from her room.
Aw.
Chloe.
Look at all the little bees. Hey y'all, at least the bees are thriving in this world. At least at this one little bush shrub.
Oh man, the swing is gone now. It must have been sad for Chloe when William took it down. I'm glad Chloe gets a room with a view.
Okay, I think that's everything out here. Can I see the dog? Where'd the dog? I hear the dog. I want to see the dog. What if it's Frank's dog? It's like some over here. What? No. It's just coming from everywhere. Ethereal dog. Doggo in the ethereal plane. Okay.
Finally. Give me the blue pill.
I'm sorry. I'm nosy, but not precise.
Go ahead and plug it right in. It's so easy. And painless.
Okay, but get ready to yell for your folks if I screw up.
Oh, trust me. I will. Of course, my pain just keeps getting worse. But you caught me on a good day. Max, I'm so grateful that I'm even able to hang out with you. See, I'm getting mushy. I'm already high.
You're so adorable. Do you want anything else?
Stop me if I'm being too emo, but can you grab one of the photo albums over there? I'd like to check out some old pictures of us when we were kids.
Please. My diary is like emo ground zero. Plus, Max Caulfield does not pass up a photo op with Chloe Price. Ever.
Okay, is something gonna happen when we look through the photo album?
Does Chloe look at the garden and think about her childhood? She can't even feel the grass now. So Chloe has her own photo album.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Perfect. Oh my god, look how little we are there. We look like toys.
I remember that day by the lighthouse.
My dad was pissed at us. He actually tried to give us a timeout.
And you laughed at him. My dad would have banished me.
This is cute.
Whoa, awesome picture. We look so badass in our pirate gear.
We should have taken over Arcadia Bay when we had the chance.
There's still time for you. Oh man, there we are making pancakes. I love that shot of us. It's hard to believe my dad took that picture only 5 years ago.
Literally seems like yesterday.
I wish it was.
Me too.
The photo we...
This photo... Maybe I could...
Listen, Max. My respiratory system is failing, and it's only getting worse. I've heard the doctors talking about it when they thought I was zonked out. So, I know I'm just putting off the inevitable while my parents suffer along, and I will too. This isn't how I want things to end.
What? What are you saying?
I'm saying that being with you again has been so special. I just wanted to feel like when we were kids running around Arcadia Bay and everything was possible, and you made me feel that way today. I want this time with you to be my last memory. You understand?
Yes, I do.
All you have to do is crank up the IV to 11.
Why would they do this? Why would they do this? If I had taken that photo and left it there, then could we have traveled back in that time and made another hard decision? I'm curious about this, I don't know, option. Why they have that in there. I am hoping, I'm expecting that we'll be able to rewind. I want to start with refusing, and then we'll see if we can rewind.
Chloe. I can't. It wrecks me to see you in any pain, but I don't have any right to do this.
I'm an adult. I'm giving you the right.
But Joyce and William...
I already said my goodbyes to them, but they won't honor my wishes. You will, right?
I can't kill you with an overdose.
Max, I'm dying from my illness, not my dosage. This accelerates the process. I'd rather go out on a wave than a rock. And I want my best friend to help me out.
I am going to help you, but not like that. You have to believe me, Chloe.
Why, Max? You're just bailing on me, like everybody else. Why don't you go now? You've been wanting to since you got here, right? So go and don't come back.
Chloe, I am never leaving you again.
That was like such similar dialogue. We can rewind. I am like... I don't know if I can get myself to click on the agree. Okay, what does that I don't know do?
Chloe, I really don't know if I can do this. I had another friend who wanted to end it all, and I did everything I could to try and save her life. How can I be responsible for ending yours? I mean, there's gotta be another way.
Max, you were there for your friend, no matter what. Now I'm asking you to help me the same way.
I want to help you, Chloe, but I think my help is hurting.
At least you have a choice. When you want to make a decision, you can just do it. Look at me. I'm at the mercy of everybody. For once, I want to make my own choice. The most important one of my life. Please. Help me, Max.
Oh, it just gives you extra dialogue. And then you still have to decide. This game truly does not hold back from hard topics. And it's interesting that they draw that parallel. I mean, Max brings up having helped Kate. And it's like, yeah, in that moment, Kate wanted to take her life. Like, she was about to. I mean, she did before we went around and Max got up there. But you like work to prevent people from doing that so that they have the chance to find joy again. And you get so many stories of people who tried to commit suicide but were helped, were unsuccessful, and become so grateful that they were able to keep on living. There are also moments of people who attempt committing suicide and like want to be stopped, like want to find a reason to live. We have Chloe in this situation who is in immense pain, physical pain all the time, probably mental pain as well, and has also been told that basically her body is dying. But it's not guaranteed, but it could be highly likely. And I don't know how I feel about these situations or what I think about these situations. I haven't thought about them too deeply or really formulated opinions. It's like people like Chloe wanting the control. It's such a hard topic, and it's such a hard thing because it's like a person's own authority, and Chloe brings up wanting to have control over her life and to be able to make this decision for herself and do this for herself. But then you also have these things of being like, I mean, beyond how it would impact her loved ones and her people, being like, well, what if, we're back to what ifs, like, what if she can get better, and what if she can find a reason to want to live, and like, does she really want this? I mean, we don't really have context on how much she wants this, and like, probably, I mean, their family probably doesn't have money to get much more help, but like, there's so much on this of Chloe dealing with the guilt of feeling like she's making her parents suffer, and thinking about they might be happier without her in the world. And she's like dealing with all of that to come to this decision when that might not be founded in truth. And it's like this difficult mix of wanting to respect someone's own authority over themselves, but also like like, I don't know, being able to trust that this isn't like the right way to say it, trust that they're like thinking about all the right things, or that like there would be a way to help Chloe in which she would want to keep living. And it was just like such a hard thing. I don't want to see what happens if I click accept, but I do, because I want to see all the things that the developers put into this game.
Chloe, I'll just drift to sleep, dreaming of us here together. Forever.
Unreal.
Thank you so much. I'm so proud of you for following your dreams. Don't forget about me.
Never.
I love you, Max. See you around.
Sooner than you think.
Oh. Was that all the same dialogue? Because this was after you say that, I don't know. I'm gonna listen to it again just in case. Oh, this was the... still after the turning the page. But then I guess after... just after you've said that I don't know already, they take it out.
Chloe. I can't. It wrecks me to see you in any pain.
That seems the same. Okay, I think it was all the same.
I'm sorry, William.
Where's the focus point?
Someday Dad'll get one of them newfangled computers.
I hope the flash didn't scare you, Max. This is a keeper. Hello? Hey, honey. What? Oh, I didn't know you had to get groceries. Of course I'll come pick you up. Shit, where are my keys?
$1 for the swear jar.
You mean your college fund? Keys, please. Aha! You can't hide from me forever. And no Chloe and Max wine tasting.
She's burning it.
Don't blow it.
Max is gonna change
To
things.
make us a world-famous salmon surprise with chocolate cake for dessert. Max, you'll be here too, right?
She's never leaving me.
That makes all of us.
Max, you are being so fucking strange. Like you're never gonna see us again.
Chloe, I'm so sorry. I tried to make things different for you. I did try. I'm sorry.
I don't know exactly what you're talking about, but come on. You have made things different, like my whole life. You're my best friend. I've got you and a great family. What's to be sorry for? We'll be best friends forever. And when we grow up, we're taking over the world.
Listen, whatever happens, I want you to be strong. Even if you feel like I wasn't there for you. Because I will never abandon you, Chloe. I'll always have your back. Always.
This game has no business being this heartbreaking. What did I say at the start of the game before even starting? It's like, it gives me the sense, I feel like I've heard it's sad. I feel like I've heard it's sad.
Chloe, you're back.
Whoa, down, Max. You get one kiss, now you're all over me?
I'm so glad you're here.
You sound high, but thanks for the morning grope. Since we were up all night playing CSI Arcadia Bay, I was still spaced out here trying to put all this info together. Max, did you forget we've gone over this? I hope you weren't messing around with time while I was sleeping.
Not anymore. I'm just spaced out too.
Welcome back to the real world, Max.
I don't think I can ever tell Chloe about what happened.
person that I thought I'd be. And in my mind, when I'm old, I am beautiful.
I think I'm gonna have to just keep this episode here. I know, I presume it's not gonna be as much as, like, sad moving forward, but I don't know. It's just a lot. Hard. A lot. And I feel like I just kind of need time to process and sit with all that. My dog's yipping. But I guess
Let's look at the big board and see all our pieces in the puzzle so far.
I'm getting lost in all this shit.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have to pause here just so I can the photo. That'll be our first photo. More to read. We have a text. Chloe. Courtney, Dad, Juliet, Justin. Wait, so many people. Is this gonna all be about Kate? From Kate, Mom, Warren. Not Victoria, and not the private numbers that threatened us. I wonder if any of the other stuff will be in here. Wait, here's for bills. No, this is a 4,000, not a 3,000. The mortgage. That's what I was wondering about earlier. Oh, there's so much from the house. Yeah, okay, so it does still show the stuff that we saw. 8,000. Interesting. This will be our first optional photo. I am like, with that, because usually I use the photos to tell kind of when we're halfway through. But it just feels like so much happened. We haven't even taken our first optional photo yet. We have the people back. Okay, so I thought since all of these were gone in the other journal that there's gonna be more that we did there in that world, but I think they were kind of just leaning into the fact that it was a different timeline, so none of this was filled in.
I think we're missing a major clue.
Keep digging, Chloe.
So it seems like at this part we're gonna be just jumping into. I am gonna pause this. I like the music, but I think it's I think the music is it's the same between the journal and the start screen, but I'll just leave it here. Just so it's a little easier to talk. I don't know, y'all. I don't think I have much more to say right now. It's just a lot of feels. It's a hard episode. I don't even know yet if I can really tie it into my thoughts from the end of last episode and the last like scene and kind of what I talked about at the beginning of this game. I mean, I think they really leaned into showing how difficult it can be, and especially from like outside of the fact that Chloe was undergoing a lot of pain. We certainly saw the difficulties that society imposes on people with disabilities, and or also people who just are needing a lot of medical help. And so I do think, again, like, people have the natural reaction to think that it's awful because of how difficult it is currently in society to live and live well with a disability. And I think it's like, I do still think that is an important reflection, that it's not always, I mean, when you have a situation where Chloe's just undergoing a lot of pain, like, that is awful and really hard, and no one wants a loved one, or really anyone, to just constantly be having to deal with a lot of pain. And I think it's also, you know, important to recognize that sometimes our reaction to think a disability is negative is sometimes mostly rooted in the fact that society does not support people well. And like, that is something that can be changed. And I mean, this whole game is talking about and dealing with kind of this idea of what we can control and what we can't control. And I think that ties into it too. What are things that can be changed in the future for people to live better lives? And then what are things that are out of our control? What things can we put effort into, and what little things can we do to try to help make a difference and an impact in the world and in other people's lives? And what are the things that are out of our control and that we just have to try our hardest to live with and keep moving forward from? And I feel like that is a lot of what this game is showing and talking about and doing. But, you know, of course, who knows what's going to happen? There's still an entire episode 4, essentially, what it feels like, ahead of us, and then an episode 5, so it could go anywhere. It seems like we're about to, moving forward, jump into kind of the whole mystery of it all, and actually, you know, we're examining the board and looking for evidence, so actually piecing things together. I'm curious, I mean, we still kind of don't know. Little things could have changed from just Max acting differently and the little bits of different dialogue that she said before we came back into this timeline. And, you know, we come out of this photo and it's not how we entered it. You know, we entered it in Max's room after Chloe dropped us off, after having had, and maybe that's what it's supposed to be, is prior, we got dropped off back at the dorm with Chloe basically kind of having a break about how everyone has betrayed her and left her and abandoned her. But coming back here, it seems like perhaps that didn't happen. We're still with Chloe and we're working to solve the mystery. So it does make me sort of think that Max saying that 5 years ago to Chloe in that moment might have actually helped Chloe not feel so betrayed after discovering that Rachel had a relationship with Frank and didn't tell her. But I'm also... okay. There is dialogue here. We still have it written down. You know, Chloe's so upset when we discovered that Rachel had actually been involved with Frank Bowers. I think I had read this page. Then I found myself actually back in the photo to when I was 13 years old. I was back in Chloe's kitchen in the year 2008. And I'm sure maybe the other journal pages are going to expand on more of what kind of happened behind the scenes a little bit, or what might be going on. But I am going to save that for the next recording. I am so emotionally wiped right now. Like I said, this game had no business being that freaking sad. And that whole part is, I feel like my natural inclination is to not think about it. Not think about how awful it is, the safety mechanism to just not want to be sad. To not think about like the different outcomes and not think about the fact that basically you're choosing to go back into the world where William died and Chloe lives. Because that was, I mean, in that moment, that was a choice we made. And also kind of, I think last episode talking about how unnatural it is to see the outcomes of different choices we make. And I don't know if the game is gonna explore it any further, but I am still interested in kind of the notion that it was all Max's fault or not. And the reality of that thought, the truth in that thought. But I don't think I have any more brain energy or power to think more all about that. So you all got some big jam cries today. There were some big jam cries in this episode. I think this is the first time that I've actually really felt like I needed to take a break because I just like I think it's just like it's too real. Like this is people's reality. And so it's like a grief of what's going on in the game, but also a grief of all the pain and hurt that exists in our world. And I think that's what really makes it hit very hard. So before I completely lose it again, or completely just, I don't know, bawl my eyes out again, I'm gonna stop here. Thank you all for watching. It feels weird to say I hope you enjoyed, but that's just like the nuance in the wording. I think there's benefit to being open in our emotions with each other and getting to, I guess, important to know that other people can experience sadness. Like I think sadness is and like grief is such a powerful emotion because it can feel so lonely and isolating, and yet everyone feels it. Everyone feels it, and it's hard for everyone. And yet sometimes it's just so strange in how the world treats it like something that you shouldn't do. And I think it's because it's hard, and it's like you don't want things to be hard for each other, and so it's like, oh, you know, like don't be sad in front of other people because it's going to remind other people the things they're sad about. But it's like we all get sad and we all deal with hard things and grief, and it's worse for that to be lonely and isolating and alienating. So I hope you enjoyed or maybe could relate or whatever it might be from all my feels in this episode. And next video we will maybe finish the episode depending on how long it takes, but we'll at least progress episode 4 in the next video. So if y'all have a day ahead of you, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your day. If you have a night ahead of you, enjoy the rest of your night. And I don't know, just go tell your loved ones you love them. Give them a hug if you can. Be nice to someone. Try to put yourself in someone else's shoes or perspectives this week, today. Maybe just like ask how someone's doing. Maybe reach out to someone you haven't talked to in a while and check in on them. just think about something kind that you can do for someone today. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.